Hello everyone, I am Bonika Hajra, lecturer in Arihant College of Arts, Commerce and Science Camp, Pune. Today we are going to learn types of preference shares. As you can see here, types of preference shares are cumulative and non-cumulative preference shares, convertible and non-convertible preference shares, redeemable and irredeemable preference shares, and participating and non-participating preference shares. So let's start with cumulative preference shares. Cumulative preference shares are those shares on which dividend goes on accumulated or gathered until it is fully paid. If the dividend is not paid more than 1 year due to inadequate profit, then its unpaid dividend get accumulated. These accumulated dividend is paid when company perform well. The arrears of dividends are paid before making payment to equity shareholders. If the dividend is not paid any of the year, the unpaid amount is carried forward to the next year and so on until all arrears have been paid. Then non-cumulative preference shares. Dividend on these shares does not get accumulated or gathered. The dividend on share can be paid only out of profit of that year. The right to claim dividend will be lapsed if company does not make profit in that particular year. Participating preference shares. The holder of these shares are entitled to participate in surplus profit beside preferential dividend. The surplus profit which remains after the dividend has been paid to equity shareholder up to a certain limit. It is distributed to preference shareholders. Non-participating preference shares. The preference shares are deemed to be non-participating if there is no clear provision in Article of Association. The shareholders are entitled to fixed rate of dividend prescribed at the time of issue. Convertible preference shares. The holder of these shares have the right to convert their preference shares into equity shares, and the conversion take place within a certain fixed period. Whereas in non-convertible preference shares, the shares which cannot be converted into equity shares. Redeemable preference shares. Shares which can be redeemed means which can be recovered after a certain fixed period of a time are called redeemable preference shares. A company limited by share, if authorized by Article of Association, issued redeemable preference shares. Such shares must be fully paid. These shares are redeemed or recovered out of divisible profit only or out of fresh or new issue of share is made. Irredeemable preference shares, the shares which are not redeemable or recovered, like payable only on winding up means closing up of the company, are called irredeemable preference shares. So in the next video we will learn about debenture. Thank you.